I am Nwada Jovista Chichi. If this is your first time of joining us on BTV, you are welcome. This afternoon, we are going to have a distinguished guest who will be here to analyze some of the systematic injustice in Nigeria judiciary. But I will bring him in immediately after this press release. IPOB disassociates from the scam, shambolic, and charade called Biafra Declaration in Finland. All right, our guest is here already with us. I intend bringing him in after the press release, but because he's here with us, let us move ahead. Barrister, erudite, distinguished lawyer, the man of letters, you are welcome to the studio. Barrister, you are not audible.
Are you hearing me now?
All right, you are welcome to the studio.
Thank you, Nwada Jovista, and thank you, Biafrans, for having me once again in your studio. I'm grateful.
You're welcome, Barrister. I can see that this very season is a season of victory, season of divine vindication, season of celebration, and today you are also celebrating your wedding anniversary. And I would appreciate if Biafrans can start watching him or celebrating with him on this beautiful day because it is his day. Barrister, I know that you must be very happy for this very season because your blessings and victories are countless. How do you feel this
Amen.
very season, Barrister?
Well, I feel excited and somewhat vindicated and also blessed, most importantly, blessed by God Almighty for unprecedented victories and a number of things that have been happening, taking place. So, according to his wishes and promises. So, I'm delighted and overjoyed. Thank you.
You're welcome, Barrister. Your joy is our joy. Your victory is our
Thank you.
victory. We are here today to look at our Nigeria judicial system, though we have to cut off some, the main part of it because of our time, because we have to shuttle from BTV to Radio Biafra. I know we'll come back
Yes.
not in subsequent time to discuss fully what we have today. But despite that, we
Mm.
shall look at the clarion call to address the systematic injustice. But before we delve into that proper, Barrister, 2 days before, not just during the weekend, we saw you dancing. We saw many Biafrans who just regained their freedom, and all of us we are celebrating and jubilating. Barrister, can you tell us how it happened?
Thank you so much, Mada. It has been a long fight, kind of, very tough one indeed. These were people that were arrested on first day of December 2023 when they were going for burial ceremony. They were presently arrested at Oga, Anambra State. So I'm brought in here 2 days after thereabout. So, and of course, you are aware that there were about 53 of them, and 3 died in custody, remaining 50. So, and those 3 have not been accounted for by the detaining authority, police. So, the federal government, okay, police filed charges against them that borders on terrorism and also on terrorism activities. Uh, First of all, we applied for their bail, which was granted after a few months and on a very onerous condition, which we are unable to meet up with, except one person. Then eventually we applied for variation of the conditions earlier granted by His Lordship by the court, which was also reviewed further. So, and of course, these people came from all the way from the Anambra. They brought them from Anambra State. They don't have relatives here who will also come into standing for them. So even if you ask them to bring someone like a trader that will come and stand in for them, we don't have such persons here because of the distance from where they were brought from. So eventually, the matter proceeded to hearing, and the prosecution fielded four witnesses, who are three of them were police officers, and one is a vigilante, AVG member, who also testified as to what they know about the case, the circumstance that led to the arrest, and everything, and they were cross-mined. And eventually, we form an opinion that the prosecution's case cannot sustain the charge filed against them, the frivolous charge filed against them, and we filed a no case submission, addressed the court on law that aspect, which they also responded to. And it was argued, that was last week. It was argued last week Tuesday, yeah. Last week Tuesday. It was argued on Tuesday. No, it was argued to this week Tuesday. And judgment was delivered on Friday. So consequently, the court upheld the case submission we filed, and consequently discharged them and acquitted them. All of them, with no exception. So, and I'm delighted this afternoon to announce to Biafrans and Nigerians that all of them are back home. As we speak at this point in time, they're back home. They arrived safely yesterday at the various destinations in Anambra State. So we give glory to God for granting them safe journey after this passing through this ordeal. Thank you.
That is a very heartwarming information from you. That is wonderful that our brothers and our sisters, they have regained their freedom and they have joined their family back. Our heart also went to the families who lost the three deceased, whom their cases are yet to be defined. We are happy, we appreciate the work that you do. Barrister, when you were talking, you said they were charged for terrorism. There is this common charges that is becoming a mantra, and is becoming so ridiculous about Nigerian judiciary system, that whenever anybody is caught, the person will be charged with terrorism and treasonable felony. Barrister, can you explain to us when a crime becomes treasonable offense or terrorism
Well,
or
well,
terrorism?
well, the, the let me explain it in a manner you will be friends to understand. First of all, there is an appeal against the prosecution of IPOB, so which is a live matter before the Court of Appeal today. So, and the danger about it is that when this appeal is pending, the government have started acting upon the purported prosecution. So, and whosoever is arrested today, that's linked to the IPOB having been allegedly or probably within the context of the law prescribed, will be charged for terrorism or anything that has to do with terrorist activities. So that actually is part of the problem we're having today, facing today in the challenge we're facing. So, but we have been surmounting them. So the basis upon which people, let me limit it to people that have to do associated with IPOB are being charged for terrorism, is because of the fact that for the fact that IPOB has been prescribed, politically prescribed by Nigerian government, so which is effectively being challenged in Court of Appeal. There is no order for stay of execution of that judgment. As of today, there is no order granted by the Court of Appeal for stay of execution of that judgment. So, as such, they are giving effect to that purported prosecution, which has been gazetted. So now, of course, having been allegedly prescribed as a terrorist organization, so anybody arrested today who profess to be a member of IPOB will be politically charged. Let me put politically charged as being involved or indulged in terrorism activities. So this is why some of them are being charged with terrorism activities and or belonging to prescribed organizations. So that's number one. Number two, when you talk about treason has to be a situation whereby there is an attempt to levy war against the state or against the federal government or even the state government. or conspire with foreigner to level war against the state has provided under the law. So, and treasonable felony in simplicity that means an intention, to embark to take actions that will lead to the removal of the state governor, otherwise by constitutional means or the president and or whatnot. So whenever some people that were charged few months ago for being involved in an attempt to commit treason, because some of them were allegedly wearing foreign flags, probably which was interpreted as an invitation for foreign government to get involved to probably to remove the authority. Are you with me? So remove either the president or governor. So that was how they interpreted it. But in actual fact, it's just kind of a solidarity. I believe so. So and that's I believe they cannot be able to establish in before the law, before the court. So that's instances where someone can be charged for being involved in treasonable felonies or um, or uh, or terrorism activities, offenses.
Thank you so much, Barista, because that's why we always like to bring you to enlighten our people. Because the more we understand this, the more we get used to Nigerian judiciary system, and also the more we learn how to combat our challenges. Uh, in another hand, Barista, about 2 weeks before, there was this viral video on social media by name Samson Ogochukwu, who was charged with a capital offense in Lagos State, and he cried out for justice. And without wasting time, you waded into his plea, and I know that your legal team uh, on that matter now. So, can you tell us how far your legal team has gone on the matter so far?
I thank you so much. First of all, when we watch the clips and also listen to his to what he said about his experience in court, we swung into action immediately without wasting time. We made a representation to the prison, Kirikiri prison where he is, being detained currently. So, and we had an interface with him, made interface with him. We also proceeded to the court to apply for relevant processes like record of proceedings and SB tender during the trial, so which is ready as of today. However, before we got there, we discovered that some people had equally declared interest to conduct the appeal, and we made contact with them too, as well. One of them is one barrister Umoke. So he already the guy has already been briefed by the person to conduct the appeal before we came in. So, but we are working with him. We are discussing with him. The judgment and the record of proceedings is be tendered during the trial has been made available to us. As a matter of fact, we are in the spirit of it today. So, and we're looking at it to develop because have to first of all go through the judgment, the SB tendered, and also the proceedings to be able to determine the infractions, and also the possible grounds and particulars of appeal. So, and that will be done as quickly as possible. Because there are a lot of irregularities I may not be able to point out here from what I discovered from our discussion with him and proceedings before the court. So, which I may not be able to discuss about the relative strength or otherwise of the case. So, but I can assure you that the matter is being given deserving attention. Thank you.
So interesting. Kudos to you for all your efforts. And that will bring me to ask you. One that there was this profile international human rights advocate that wrote something about you. And following your activities closely, and what I know that we do in IPOB, Barrister, are your expertise or your expertise and services, is it truly a pro bono as written by the journalist?
Sure, 100% Borobuno. Of course, I was forced to indicate in my write up of 3 days ago about the services we rendered to the people that were just discharged and acquitted that was done purely pro bono because of some side talks from people, even to the extent that some people called me to ask me that to tell me, as disclosed to me, kind of that some people collected money from some of them. And I said no. That rather I'm even the one who was spending money on them when they were in detention, because the period my lawyer was rushing going to prison to visit them at KFI detention facility, correctional center, I was person giving him money. Even in court, I know in one or two occasions I gave them money for feeding. And I've not for one day demanded them to give me feeding a kobo. In fact, as a matter of fact, why I insisted at some point that their matter should proceed for hearing is because of the inability our inability to finance the perfection of the bill, because the amount involved is very huge. So, and after looking at the evidence before the court, the proof evidence before the court, and we have the clear view that this evidence cannot sustain this charge. But let's just go into, and as God may have it, the judge sees of the matter is a very intelligent judge, very intelligent judge of his own class. So, and we have the view that the lordship will look at the findings and possibly the evidence before him and we believe also that we're going to get justice at the other point in time. So I never collected 1 naira, and we're not ready to collect 1 naira. As a matter of fact, we'll spend huge on them. So most of these cases we do it on pro bono. Then I have cases I do for private individuals, and that they pay me well. So, and I augment my services from my whatever I'm doing from there. So when it comes to some of the interventions, we are doing legal interventions on relation to people that have no people, no the poor people that cannot afford our fees. We don't collect money from them. Basically, criminal matters. So we don't collect money from them. We do it pro bono. Our records are there. So, and I deliberately decided to put it out because I understand some people will think we collected money from them or we intend to collect from them or relatives. In fact, as a matter of fact, one of them that was able to perfect his bail, eh? One of them that was able to perfect his bail. His mother brought him to my office. I came along with him to my office after he was granted. Well, one of them was granted, succeeded in perfecting his bail then. So the mother called me and said that Jofa, I should give him my account number, that I want to make payment to me to at least to appreciate my service. I said no, do not worry yourself about that. I'm not interested. It's something we're doing pro bono. So the woman said a number of prayers I may not wish to post here. So, but it's something they can as well confirm. So it's something we do on pro bono, and God has always been there to also uh, supply our needs according to our desire. So, and I don't think most important thing about some of these things that when you do things for people that don't have money or the oppressed, downtrodden, their prayers goes a long way. Their prayers matters, and it impacts. That's what you should know. It impacts. I know the tribulations we have passed through in the course of this matter, and God has always been there for us. The prayers of this downtrodden works. If you think it doesn't, it works. So, and God listens to their prayers. These are people that cannot even afford money. I can't even afford their money for their feeding, as they were even for their transport most times. So, and they pray for you. They kneel down and talk to the God and pray for you, and it works. It impacts. So, God has always been there for us, and then I cannot stop doing that. It is something I know we must continue to do. It's a way of impacting on the society and also giving back to the society too. So, thank you.
Marisa, you are just a gift to mankind. But now that the divine nature has vindicated you, I think it's good we talk more about it. Yes, I want to talk more about it. For the past 4 years, everyone know what has been going on. The name callings, the backbiting, the backstabbing, even from the ones that even you barrister least expected. I mean, how have you been able to overcome all these name callings? And I would appreciate if you can still make it clear whether IPOB pay you for the job that you do for us.
Thank you so much. One thing I want to assure Biafrans, which have remained consistent about that position, is that you cannot achieve anything on a faulty foundation. Blackmail, propaganda cannot take you anywhere. As a matter of fact, it will destroy whatever foundation you might have made upon it. And the one thing also I want us to appreciate that once you are upright, regardless of whatever someone is saying about you, believe that God shall always be there to vindicate you. I know what you have passed through. I know the threats we have passed through, the threats to us, our lives, services, even my lawyers too. So, and God continues to vindicate us. People will come on media and carry all sort of false news in the name of agitation, promoting uh, one interest or the other, and accusations that are clearly unfounded, irreconcilable, that are damaging to one's name. And you look at them, and then, as a matter of fact, they know that they're lying. They know when before they come on air that they're lying, and they will come there, even on Facebook. You see them lying, calling names, saying all sort of rubbish against someone that's labored so long to render free services to the struggle. Then you just will be calling names, accusing him of all sundry things he never thought of. Well, my own stand or position is usually to keep quiet. I don't give because if I respond to some of them, it means I am giving them credit, kind of making people to know more about them. So, and I choose not to talk, and I believe my actions because my actions speak louder than things I do. So in my actions, I respond to my actions of my services, not my when I mean my actions, I mean my services and and my services and and sources we are recording speak louder than what they are saying. So, and when you see what happens, or probably the sources are recording because of the practice of what you are doing, that will keep shut them up the more. So I choose not to be bothered about what they're saying about me. I choose not to be bothered about accusations. I choose not to be bothered about false narratives about me. But I believe that I have remained consistent in service delivery. I've said it in many occasions that I've not been given funding in the course of these services. Then I challenge them then to come up with any evidence suggesting that they are paying me. Those people that are paying me, suggesting they are paying me, right? I overheard someone in passing. Someone brought to my attention. That was a few days ago. That about someone somewhere that we are calling my name in US, and so I don't know that they were paying me. I said, please, I don't know. I don't want to mention the person's name here, but the person should know his name. Come up with that evidence to show that you're paying me money. I challenge him wherever he is. He knows himself. Come and show them evidence that you are paying me money, that you are giving me money on account of my professional services in the course of this struggle. Come out with that. Come up with that evidence. Let me see it. I've severally challenged them to come up with evidence of whatever payment they're making to me. It's not a function of someone sitting on the comfort of his bedroom and saying that the Jofor, we are paying the Jofor, we're giving money. Come up with that evidence. Let me see. So, and I'm not bothered about whatever they're doing, whatever they're saying. You can't see me respond to them. So the most important thing is for me to be diligent in the what I'm doing, be consistent and focused. That's the most important thing. I'm not bothered. And today you see what's playing out. Those that said are going to kill us, they're going to Ejiofor is this, Ejiofor is that. Ejiofor will die, Ejiofor will not be seen, Ejiofor has been buried. God is visiting them one after the other. And it will go around because I guess this is just the beginning. Thank you.
It is amazing the your professional expertise you render just for humanity, and thank Chukwokika Biama for always vindicating the upright. But barrister, do you know that in as much as they blackmail you, they still blackmail IPOB? But I will bring somebody who will talk about that, because there was a journalist who wrote about your pro bono work, and you don't even know what I'm about what I'm talking about right now. Do you know that individuals we call the person and start threatening the person, that why are you saying that we are not paying Barrister for that. We are IPOB, we are paying Barrister for. And I said
Mhm.
to him, please, these are not IPOB members, because every IPOB member knows that Barrister Ejiofor, all he does, his services is basically on pro bono, and we appreciate you so much for that. We keep dancing to the glory of God for vindicating you and for shaming your enemies and those who has come after us to destroy us and to destroy this struggle. As I believe that a barrister will come back, even in as much as we do not want to spend up to 1 hour here. I believe that he will be back. Barrister, you are back. Um, Please, director, can you bring him up? All right. So, barrister, please, I said I won't waste much of your time. I think let me just give you one more question and then we shall wrap it up. We shall talk about it because it's very, very imperative we talk about it. I would have like us to talk about Nonsonkwa and what is going on in Imo State, how Kanu wanted to make the world believe that there are IDP, internally displaced persons in Imo State. But let's keep it for another day. I would want you to tell us, aside judiciary, your experiences on southeastern routes whenever you travel. What are your experience on the hell going on the routes?
Thank you so much, Nwada. Severally, as a matter of fact, this is a subject I wouldn't want to share my experience publicly, but because of the fact that it's been raised here, I may have a different view about the entire thing. I may have a different view about the entire thing. But let me just say this to you: it's something horrible. You may not know that I traverse across the southeast roads in the course of my professional duties, attending going to courts to attend to matters in the east and all. I traverse across the southeast road, and I observe what is happening there, which is horrible. Almost in every three poles, you see police or military, they are extorting our people. And I don't think it's a healthy development. It's horrible. But my worry, I may have to make kind of make a suggestion or give an opinion about some of these things because in many occasions I've confronted them on the road. I've personally talked to them on the road while going to court, and some of them will tell you that we brought them. It may sound very very funny, but let me just say this to you. It may you who brought us. How do you mean that if we came here because of insecurity in the southeast? I said, now that will not that are you not being paid? Are you not being given paid professionally? Are you not being paid by those who brought you here? If you are here on to contend insecurity in the southeast, as a matter of fact, your presence here is not impacting much because even if you are very present, the criminals are still terrorizing our people, kidnapping and going scot free. So it's a something I've personally written about it to those I write to, and also to find a way of managing the situation. It's something. It's not my intervention. Is not what I'll discuss on this platform because I've taken time to write to authorities and write to those who will also look into it and find a way of probably managing it. Most times, shouting over the social media or or crying over the social media may not be able to bring a solution to issues like this. But it's also helpful. But I've taken steps to do what I will do by formally writing to authorities and making my position, an informed position known to them. And I believe they will also act upon it because it's very horrible. It's very horrible. Going to Enugu from Onitsha today will take you more than 6 to 7 hours because of this avalanche of traffic roadblocks on the way. So ordinarily, from Onitsha to Enugu doesn't take you more than 2 hours, 30 minutes, or 3 hours. But today, to take more than 7 hours because of roadblocks. So that's my opinion about it. My opinion. Thank you.
Thank you, Barista. And I would like to be wrapping it up from here so that you can be able to organize yourself to be on radio to continue informing Biafrans. I will appreciate if you can give your parting message to Biafrans.
Thank you so much, Biafrans, for the opportunity given to me once again to talk to you on this platform. Nwada, I must have to apologize for the limited time we have for this program today. The reason is obvious, I've explained to you. And be assured I'll come back again on or before Christmas. And on that program, we are going to spend quality time to address a number of issues. So my advice to Biafrans has always been to be peaceful in their conduct as they've always been, and also jettisoning any speech or teachings that will promote violence of any kind. Or it cannot lead us anywhere. That's the most important thing. There are ways of actualizing these noble ideas, which I believe we will be realized in the course of time. So, who are the victims of this violence? These are people. We are the victims of this violence because we are our mothers and sisters who are at home. Look at what happened. So about 50 something person we are brought from Anambra State on December 1st, 2023. They spent almost 1 year here on a terrible conditions. So, and I believe they will not tell you what they passed through. So, and those who probably contributed to what happened to them, who are shouting saying all sort of rubbish over the social media, they cannot come out to come and save them, and they have no connection with them. That's the point. They have no connection with them because they are not the people we are working for. We are their services. No, they cannot come out to they are shouting, promoting violence. Where are they today? So I encourage their friends to remain peaceful in their conduct. I want to also correct an impression. Violence will never give us Biafra. Let me say it to everybody to hear. Anybody that tell that violence or war will give you Biafra at this today, in the present day Nigeria, is impossible. And it cannot be achieved through violence or war. Thank you so much and God bless you.
Thank you so much, Barista. Your comment is very amazing and awesome. You've been a man of integrity. You've been a man of honor. You've protected your integrity. You've worked so much. You've rendered free services and still rendering free services to humanity. Biafra, we celebrate with you today. We congratulate you once again on your wedding anniversary. You can see
Thank you so
all
much.
over the comment section, you can see Biafran sending out their love for you. You're a man loved by your people, and your people, you love your people too. Thank you for good work you are doing, and may Chukwu Kikabiama keep guiding and protecting you. He say
Amen.
to our
Yes, sir.
wonderful viewers and Biafrans all over the world. We are wrapping it up here, and rightly, like our everyday barrister said, that before Christmas, he'll be back here on the studio for us to have more elaboration on the topic that we're supposed to discuss today. Thank you for watching and remain blessed. I am still
Thank you so
Nwada
much, Africa.
Chichi.
Thank you so much.